You're listening with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Trib.
Ah, good morning. Good morning, Boston. Good morning, Massachusetts. Good morning, all of you from far and wide, from near and far,
North
from
and south.
north and south, and
Left and
east
right.
and west. We all here, we all there, we all everywhere.
Got a whole bunch of missed calls.
From who? What they saying?
I don't know.
It's emergency.
Mm-mm.
What are they saying? An emergency. Good morning, everybody. If you are here early to the party, to be on time, to be early is to be on time. And to be on time is to be late.
Yes.
So big shout outs to all of you guys that are here early and on time and not late. Amen.
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 Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
How you doing?
So if you are just tuning in right now, Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the Morning, make sure you go ahead and press that share button. Let people know that we are here live on the air, and we are doing this to entertain you this fine morning. Let me do my due diligence and tell people to share the live. What rhymes with live?
Share the live, you share the vibes.
Share the live, share the vibes.
Vibes.
I like it. I like it. That's what we're doing
Bada
today.
bing, bada boom. They don't say that no more. Why? Is that a 90s thing?
Bada bing, bada boom. I think it was also very Italian. I think maybe in that
Bada
culture,
bing, bada boom, man. You
they
know?
might still have it. All right, I did my due diligence. Good morning, Jess. Good morning, August. Good morning, Mike Nice. Mike Nice said today is Therapy Thursday, which is interesting because last night I was like, I think that the way that I am processing everything these days is terrible and wrong. So I am going to find me a therapist, a new therapist. Oh, Dios mío. Every like 6 to 8 months or so. When is the last time that I was in therapy? Are you guys in therapy right now? If you're in therapy, go ahead and raise your hand or let me know if you are. If you're looking for a therapist, we can probably point you into some good resources. But yeah, I believe that everybody should try it out at least once to see if you like it. It's also not a one size fits all. It's like dating. You got to find the right person. But if you feel like you need that, go ahead and do that because you need that. Yeah, see, Jess? The sun is shining bright. It is a new day today. It's not gonna be too cold. If you got some nice things to do today, now would be a great day. I'm excited about this kind of weather because you can wear all kinds of great things. This is when you wear all your good clothes, and I like that. I like that a lot.
Around this time is when you could wear the good clothes. Well, the thick clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have none.
Like hoodies and stuff. Like
I
want a wardrobe that's full of just hoodies, sweatshirts, and sweatpants. That's all I want to wear. I don't want to wear no hard jeans. I feel like an infant. I don't feel like I should put on hard jeans on my nice body. Hello, Uncle
cousin.
David.
Yeah, how you
Shout
doing?
out from Jacksonville, Florida. How you doing?
Good morning, cuz. How you doing?
Yes, that's nice.
You see
Exactly,
You over
just
here drinking early.
not me. That's
That's him,
Tristan.
I'm sorry.
I have coffee.
Really.
I have tea and tequila. Tea and tequila. Jess said you won't regret it if you trust the process, and that's very true. In this life, there are a lot of things that we are dealing with, both emotional, financial, spiritual, all the things. So if you can get some professional help, go on ahead. And most of the time, it's covered by your insurance. So just check in on
It
that.
is.
And a lot of times, your jobs have what do they call employee
Discounts.
assistance?
Oh.
Like it's
Mental
employee
something.
therapy where they can hook you up with a counselor that you can talk to, not necessarily about your job, but just about this shit just be bothering you. Life is full of crap. But yes, quick check-in. How are you, Rockstone Triz?
I am good. I'm good. Yesterday, as you know, my days that I'm usually at Yamba, and I was Yambaing. I didn't go. I wasn't in Cambridge yesterday, but I still got some work done. and that was it.
Yeah.
I slept yesterday.
Yeah. Oh,
I
good.
took an adult nap, and that's always nice.
I continued on my Eastern Bank journey, and I went to they had and what is it? It was the Justice. Let me tell you exactly who it was for, because that's what I'm telling you. We honored a wonderful lady last night at the Eastern Bank conference over at the convention center. Yesterday. So we were over there, had a good time. I don't know porque yo no españando, porque yo no sé. But yes, it was a social justice award ceremony and honoration of one of the people in Boston that continuously leads the way for social justice and making sure that a lot of times that we're doing things that they are they're looked at and recognizing some heroes in Boston. I was able to finally meet the marketing team of Eastern Bank. So that was really exciting for me. And excited about what that partnership could possibly look like for Spark FM soon.
Yeah,
so was exciting. And then we were supposed to go over to the Caribbean Fashion Week kicked off last night with the avant-garde competition over at City Hall Plaza. And we were supposed to go there, but our other event got kind of, networking events and things like that get kind of caught up. So we didn't get to go there, but we will be at the big fashion show on Saturday. So if you have not gotten your tickets already for Caribbean Fashion Week big runway show, then go ahead and do what y'all got to do, because that is going to be fun. Get dressed up in all your wares, all of your fine wares, and therefore you will be fun and nice like the rest of us. With that said, let's get into the show.
Today, Miss Tony's out. She says she's under the weather.
She's under the weather. She hasn't been feeling good for a little while, so I think it finally caught a hold of her. So she will be out today. So Tristan and I will be holding it down. Tristan, I, and you guys will be holding it down. Pop. Make sure that you guys are engaging in the comment section, calling us on the number 617-272-3387. But let's get into the show. Saucy and Friends in the Morning starts right now.
P.O.P. hold it down. Mama, I love you.
The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM. Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387. The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Log on to sparkfmonline.com.
Get on What does that even mean? What does Babadoo mean?
No,
that song always makes me happy. Oh, let me play. Quick check-in. How are you guys doing too? If you guys in the comment section, you got your computer cord, because I don't have it. It's gonna die. In the comment section, let us know how you're doing today. Let's get into the around the way news to find out what's going on in your neighborhood and around you. Therefore, we can get it popping on and early. Today is Thursday, October 19th. August 19th. Jesus Christ. Today is Thursday, October 19th. It is approximately 9:24, my birthday date in the morning. It's going to be partly cloudy, high near 65 degrees, winds in the south-southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Again, it's going to be high in the 65s. Tonight is going to drop down to 50 degrees. We don't really have any chance of rain today, so make sure that you guys, that 65 degrees is great.
Is it great 65? No. After reach about
we want to be about 75, 80.
Bring me back to the heat.
No, not the heat.
Give me all the heat.
No.
I don't mind.
No.
100 degrees, I take it.
No. Keep that all to yourself. Ain't nobody. The heat that we experience is oppressive.
I'm over it.
In Miami during Juve, that oppressive heat is what was taking people down by the numbers.
All you need to drink water.
Yo, I was like, I don't know if my body can handle the heat in my big age. Bro, it feels like I'm gonna pop open at one point. I'm gonna cook like a piece of bread. Swell up like bread. So let's get into the news for today for Around the Way in Boston. Woman, I sent it to you both in Rockstone and Spark FM. Woman catches a fire after car crashes into a tanker in East Boston. That is effing terrible. That is terrible. That is horrible.
Oh, yeah, I saw this. This was interesting.
It's a video, but I don't know where. That is crazy. Let me see if I can pull it up completely because I'm not sure why it is not pulling up. But have any of you guys been in a car accident, like in a bad car accident?
I was in a bad accident when I was younger, but nothing caught on fire. But I remember when an accident is pretty bad if they gotta come. Well, not too bad. That just means that stuff spilled on the road. But they had to come and bring the sand.
Oh yes.
Because I think like they hit like
the grease and thing.
Yeah.
So part of Route 1A North was closed in East Boston after a tanker and car crashed early Wednesday morning, igniting both vehicles and the driver of the car. It all happened near Broadman Street just before 3 a.m. The tanker was reportedly carrying gasoline. God damn. That's terrible. Play this video because I want to hear him talking because this is terrible. It was just something out of a movie.
Brandon Truitt with the latest live in East Boston. Brandon.
Hey, Chris, this crash happened behind us on a very busy Route 1A. We spoke with that woman who was here just moments after it happens, and she describes seeing the driver of that car crawl out, stand up, and then realize she was on fire.
Wow.
It was just something, out of a movie.
Heather Rutigliano was one of the first to see this, capturing the aftermath of a car and tanker truck colliding just before 3 Wednesday morning. The truck was full of fuel. Another person pulled up next to Heather and jumped in to help. They found the driver of the car sitting right behind her trunk. She had managed to get herself out.
He wound up just going over to her because she must have been in shock and she was on fire. So he just went over and he took his jacket off and put it over her head and put the fire out that was on her head and then her arm.
We stop Heather's video here. It goes on to show the young woman's hair and arm were on fire. She was placed in an ambulance moments later.
I couldn't believe she got herself out of the vehicle and was walking in, and talking.
That car and truck burned for hours, mangled metal and melting tires, a sign of how intense these flames were. First responders on scene were worried the truck could blow up at any moment. This crash snarled traffic during the morning commute. Crews worked to put out the flames and clean up the crash. Heather says it all happened so fast she didn't get the man's name who helped, but she's thankful he did.
And he was brave enough to go right up to the car, and if he wasn't there, I don't know what would have happened because, like I said, she just stopped and sat down on the ground right behind the car, but she was on fire.
Jesus Christ.
So Boston police tell us the driver was taken to the hospital with burns but non-life-threatening injuries. They're investigating the cause of this crash. We're live in East Boston. Brandon Truitt, WBC News.
Wow.
That's terrible. That's terrible. It's also miraculous how this lady got herself out the car. And then I'm just trying to figure out, the shock must have been insane for her to just go and sit down in the back of the car on fire. That had to be she was full of adrenaline, nothing else.
What'd you say? She sat there. I didn't get that.
She got out after the car hit and the car went on fire. She got out herself and she just walked to the back of the car and just sat down while she was still on fire. Until the dude came and took off his jacket and took the fire out. That's crazy. He wound up just going over to her because she must have been in shock and she was on fire, said the lady who took the video. He went over, took his jacket off and put it over her head and put the fire out that was on her head and on her arm. My God. Blessings and prayers to her, and I pray for a fast and speedy recovery One thing they say about burns is that those things are the most painful things you can ever get.
Mm-hmm.
Most painful. Yeah, that is crazy. Evan Deesa says, what's that? Crazy that she made it out of the burning car. Exactly. Did someone run a red light? Did they say how it happened? They didn't say exactly how it happened. They just said that it was a crash. And that was crazy also that the crash happened with a gas tanker.
That's why I don't. When I'm on the highway and I see those, I try to get.
What was the movie? Final Destination.
Mm-hmm.
Like oil tanker cars, the trucks with the wood. Yeah, if I see trucks with the wood, I'm gonna get off at the next exit because no, I know how this story's gonna end, and it ain't gonna be with me. Shit.
One time I was on the highway though, and I had to return some chairs that I had rented, and I had a pickup truck. I had a pickup truck that I had as a rental, and I'm on the highway. Me and my boy, we had tied them down. We thought we had tied them down. We were traveling, and like maybe about seven of the chairs flew out the truck on the highway and went all over the highway.
Really?
I mean, the cars was like,
oh no! Can you get in trouble for something, like fined for something like that?
You see, I don't think so, because you're on the highway. A couple of people did run over them, run over the chairs.
Yeah,
like literally just broke up in pieces. But it was so fast that nobody really could stop.
Yeah,
I was the only person that I was eventually able to pull over, but like I was probably only able to pick up like 2 of the chairs. Everything else was destroyed.
That happened with my kitchen table. My dad went to go get it and didn't realize that one of them had fell off the back of the truck and it was dragging. So when I got the chair, I was like, y'all didn't hear, see, feel this dragging on the highway? Jesus Lord. AP Black, please jump into my DMs about your tickets for Sweeney Todd. Sweeney Todd officially started last week. A lot of us are going today. If you won tickets, we have one last pair of tickets to give away. So if you want to go to Sweeney Todd, we will do that a little bit later. But AP Black, make sure that you slide in our DM so I can make sure that you know that it's tonight. I'm sorry that this is mad late. But if you have to go a different time, I can make an arrangement for you. But anybody that's winning tickets today, if you would like to go to Sweeney Todd later on today around 8 o'clock, make sure that you hit us up when we say, call now to win tickets. That. Do we have one of those that says call now?
One. I just said it to myself. I said we need one of those.
Yeah. Call now to win tickets. I can do that for you right now. Just take this clip that I'm doing right now. Spilling the Tea podcast. Oh, good. Oh, this is good. They need a spilling it. They need a place where people can go.
Spilling tea on out.
Yeah. If we need a place that we can go to talk about our issues with the MBTA bus and the train. That story is not pulling up right now, but a peace rally held as families call for help bringing loved ones home. So yesterday we got breaking news that there was a rally going down at City Hall Plaza, in which people were protesting out there, and they had pretty much locked down. They had locked down City Hall Plaza because the amount of people that were out there protesting. And I want to know you guys' opinions, and I want you guys to call us up 617-272-3387 and let me know what you think about this whole genocide, this attack on Israel via Hamas, and then the blowback coming to the people of Gaza, the Palestinian people of Gaza that are there, and what's going on with them. We'll watch this clip right now to find out about the peace rally that took place yesterday, and then we'll talk about it.
He didn't say much about getting Americans out of that area.
That's right, Lisa, and that's why a lot of the protesters who gathered here today were very frustrated, and some of them even got handcuffed as they were demanding elected leaders outside the federal building to do more, especially to end the violence and the death in this conflict. It comes as a local family is still stranded in Gaza with danger all around them.
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
With their voices, hands, and signs, a community of Jewish and Palestinian protesters rallied outside Senator Elizabeth Warren's Boston office, demanding her to push for a ceasefire in the Hamas-Israel war. Passions got high. Some protesters had to be removed in handcuffs after they got inside and refused to leave.
We're all here today from a place of grief and mourning. Everyone here today knows someone in Israel or in Palestine who's being affected by this war.
Which side are you on?
They sang for the thousands of lives lost, the hostages, and those still trying to make it back home.
They certainly feel abandoned. I feel abandoned. I don't know how we're going to get them out.
Among the sea of protesters, Sammy Nabolsi passed out these flyers for the Medway family, Aboud, Wafa, and their toddler Youssef. They're still trapped in Gaza, unable to cross into Egypt with the Rafah crossing closed. This picture shows a nearby airstrike in Gaza as the family went to find dwindling milk for their sick baby.
I'm obviously worried about this family because I know them, but there are 500 to 600 other American citizens over there, and no one seems to be doing anything to get them out.
Sammy has worked with state elected leaders to reach out to the State Department with no luck or answers.
The State Department has just completely lost control of the situation. So has the White House.
Ceasefire now!
And it's that dire humanitarian crisis that brought Ali to join this rally. He's Palestinian, thinking of his family and others in harm's way.
I cry 5 times a day. There's nothing we can do here except for this.
And Senator Warren did send us a statement saying in part she appreciates all the people who came out today to share their messages and experiences. She says her focus, though, is on humanitarian aid. Live in Boston, Tammy Matassa, WBZ News.
I feel like if your mentality is not to cease fire for everyone and for the safety of everyone on both sides, because we do know that this was we know that Hamas is the bad people, right? That's what we know. That's the one fact that we know about everything. The other fact is that there are people that are losing there are innocent civilians, children and women that are losing their life on both sides of this war that don't deserve to be impacted at all. And they are blowing up hospitals. They are blowing up airports. They are blowing up all of the things. If your mentality is not for the safety of everybody that is affected, that doesn't deserve to be going through what they're doing, then you are, I don't know what you're doing. You can't possibly mourn Israelites or the people of Israel and not, be mournful of the people that are losing the Palestinian people that are losing their lives in the Gaza. Like I don't understand how people could possibly separate the two. Like, it's impossible. There are literal babies that are being stabbed and blown up for no reason. And if humanity is just not at your forefront and you can find anything to say to, lessen the compassion that anybody has for either side, then I don't even know what to say to you. It is disgusting what's going on, and it's scary, and it's so sad. And man, oh man, I don't know. Man, I don't know. It's terrible what's going down there. Yesterday we read about the little boy that was stabbed 26 times. 26 times. He's 5 years old. What is it? What's the problem? Why are we doing that? Who does that? And it's crazy, and these things will continue to happen, and this hate will continue to rise if we don't denounce it and reject it, because that's crazy. Boston woman struck by lightning last month released from the hospital. Oh, good for her. Good for her. A young woman who was struck by lightning at Savin Hill Beach last month was released from Boston Medical Center Wednesday and expected to make a full recovery. Talita Textera Padilla was struck by lightning while walking her dog along the beach on September 9th. Within minutes, she was receiving CPR from Tracy Cronin, an ICU nurse who happens to live nearby. Cronin heard the thunder and could see Textera lying on the ground from her house before rushing out to help. I prayed and I hoped and I wanted to update on her so badly, and it's just amazing, really amazing. Cronin said CPR works. It really does. The doctors and nurses of Boston Medical Center credit Cronin a large part with saving Texera's life. Trauma chief Tracy Ditchart said Wednesday she didn't know if this day would ever come since Texera spent 2 to 3 weeks on the edge of life. You could not be sicker than she was. I mean, that's as sick as you can get. The fact that that nurse was next to her is amazing because she would have died. What happens? What are the what after you? Oh, look at her getting wheeled out. Ay, Dios mío, that's so nice. Good for her. Good for her.
Credited in large part to a fast-acting nurse who was there that day.
You could not be sicker than she was. I mean, that's as sick as you can get.
Talita Teixeira Padilla was struck by lightning while walking her dog along Savin Hill Beach on September 9th. Within minutes, she was receiving CPR from an ICU nurse who happens to live nearby.
What would you say to that nurse now?
We want to meet her because I didn't meet her yet. Yeah. But I want to thank her and bless her.
Without those nurses, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation.
Tracy Cronin heard the thunder and could see Teixeira lying on the ground from her house. Now she's emphasizing the importance of CPR.
I prayed and I hoped and I wanted an update on her so badly. And it's amazing.
The doctors and nurses at Boston Medical Center didn't know if this day would ever come. The trauma chief says she spent 2 to 3 weeks on the edge of life.
She died. The fact that that nurse was next to her is just amazing because she would have died.
It was very traumatic. We didn't get a break.
Now that she's on the road to recovery, her family says she's thinking about her future.
She was already talking about maybe using this time to go back for her master's while she's in recovery.
Now, Talita left here in an ambulance, headed for Spalding Rehabilitation Center, where she will spend the next several weeks undergoing rehab. Reporting outside Boston Medical Center.
Oh, good for her. I'm happy.
I have the update on the Spilling the Tea podcast.
Oh, yes.
All right.
That's about the tea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get into that. So this was the other thing. There's a podcast out now about the public transit system that you can go into, and let's find out what's that about.
Getting ready to spill the tea.
Yeah, that's the name of the new podcast from The Tea, which dropped this morning. And the first guest was General Manager Phil Eng.
The riders, they are pulling for us, even when they're frustrated and they're expressing that is a sense of showing that they care, right? And I have to take that as, a comment to show why we need to do better.
The host of the new MBTA podcast claims that it will give riders a look behind the scenes at the challenges and the improvements that are now underway, but it didn't exactly get a rave review from riders. When the T announced the first episode online today, commenters asked if the T's time, resources, and money might be better spent on actually improving the transit system.
People so petty.
They are.
I got the podcast now. I'm spending money and fix it.
What is the podcast gonna be about? I missed that part.
I don't know. I'm spilling the tea.
Spilling the tea. It's a great name. It's a really great name, I guess. But it's unless it's gonna be like real. Remember the Taxi series, like real life stories of the taxi or something
Taxi
like that.
Driver
Type of taxi driver confessions. There should be a podcast like that where people can anonymously say or be interviewed about a crazy random situation that they've seen on the T. Mm-hmm. I would love to hear the stories that people have sat through, especially in New York. I think New York should have a podcast about confessions of T riders or something like that, or T drivers. Not what are they calling? They're called the MTA over there. So yeah, I would love to hear the stories. So members of the Boston City Council held a fiery debate. We were just talking about Palestine and Israel. Debate yesterday on whether they should adopt a resolution formally supporting Israel. The barricades went up outside Boston City Hall as the conversation inside heated up. We're talking about stop killing babies, stop it on all levels, said Boston City Councilor Tanya Fernandez. The Boston City Councilor addressed the Israel-Palestine conflict for the first time. Councilor Michael Flaherty asked the body to formally condemn Hamas while vaguely throwing his support behind Israel. I just want to make sure that the focus is on condemning the terrorist acts of Hamas, supporting Israel, our friends, and our allies. Clearly, it's a complex issue. This is all while people that are in support of Palestine and the Palestinian people were outside chanting about whose side they are on. It led to tense back and forth in the chamber. We're already involved in this issue. This is bad stuff, Councillor Frank Baker explained. But again, I stand in support of the Israeli people, the Jewish people, while other councillors refuse to vote on the resolution supporting Israel. To put support in one resolution is just, I don't think it speaks to the complexities of the history here, Councillor Gina Coletta said. Councillor Fernandez Anderson said, get up and oppose all killings of all civilians of all people, not just the ones that line up with your political, and she said a curse word. She pushed a vote on a resolution calling for immediate de-escalation and ceasefire. It was an emotional moment for the Muslim American councillor. Everybody who kills innocent civilians, horrible, should be condemned. We should cease fire. You agree with me? The city councilor adjourned without voting on an agreement as Boston police officers wait outside ready for a political rally. Let's get into the clip.
Sorry.
It's coming now.
Council addressing the Israel-Palestine conflict for the first time. Councillor Michael Flaherty asked the body to formally condemn Hamas while vaguely throwing his support behind Israel.
Just want to make sure the focus is on condemning the terrorist acts of Hamas, supporting Israel, our friend and ally. Clearly, it's a complex issue.
It led to a tense back and forth in the chamber.
We're already involved in this. This is bad stuff. But again, I stand in support of the Israeli people, the Jewish people.
While other councillors refused to vote on the resolution supporting Israel.
If we could consider putting this into committee.
Get up and oppose all killing of all civilians, of all children.
That's my friend in the back, baby. That's my friend.
That line up with your political.
Councillor Tanya Fernandez Anderson pushed a vote on calling for an immediate de-escalation and ceasefire. An emotional moment for the Muslim councillor.
Let's not do this political thing. Everybody who kills innocent civilians, horrible, and should be condemned. We should cease fire. You agree with me?
The city council adjourned without an agreement as Boston police wait outside, ready if a rally arises. And here outside of the JFK Federal Building, the crowd just now chanting ceasefire now. Again, there are barricades right outside of Boston City Hall. It seems like this crowd is moving its way around City Hall Plaza. We'll have the latest at 6 o'clock. Live in Boston, I'm Tiffany Chan, WBC News.
Hey, Tiff.
Janet said Jelly's tweet was so on point about how Americans no bombs at this point. Jelly's tweet was so on point, was so spot on about how Americans are so appalled by the violence against children, but won't pass gun reform here on its own land.
Chelly, that is very true. That is very true. I'm also stand with Councillor Fernandez Anderson on the fact that we, again, just exactly what we were saying before we took a little break for another story. I just kind of am confused about how we think about children and babies being bombed and killed, and not like, I saw a tweet that said, how are the all lives matter folks only focus on the people of Israel at this point, and all lives don't matter? How come in this situation all lives don't matter again? Like, it's just crazy to me. And I'm glad that the people are out there protesting. I'm glad that there's a lot of people of Israel that are condemning the fire on both sides. Like Councillor Anderson said, it has to stop on both sides. The only bad people here are the Hamas people. Israel has a that whole situation is very, very historical. So this is not all just out of the blue and people just randomly trying to attack Israel. It's been brewing for a long, long time. And if you don't know the history, I implore you to just go read a little bit about this situation and really figure out, like, if we condemn in one side, we got to condemn the other.
I did this is a touchy subject because this can get because religion is involved. This can get very touchy, but from this is what this is.
Go ahead. You can say it. I'm just saying.
Should I say it? I'm
Shobala.
gonna say it like this. Essentially, these are two people fighting over a land
Mm-hmm.
that used to be Africa back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just say that. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stop.
They are fighting over stolen land. You can say it that
Yeah,
way.
I'm just to say it like that.
Like you know, like
This is something that's been going on forever. This is something that's in the Bible. This is something that's been going on for centuries. And I just hope that I don't know how this is something that's going to be resolved, but I'm praying for everybody. I'm praying for everybody. I hope that there's some resolution. Something could stop with the war in Europe in the Middle East period, because the wars in the Middle East have been going on forever. And it's all over religious stuff. And I somebody asked me yesterday, or not yesterday, before, they asked me if I was religion, if I believe in religion, and I told them no, I don't believe in religion, because religion is here to divide people. I don't believe in division. I believe in uniting people. I believe in bringing people together, and I'm a spiritual type of person. So it sucks that religion is here on this earth to separate people, and people fall in that people get brainwashed by it, basically.
Yeah.
That's my two pieces. Y'all religious people don't come for me.
No, I mean,
I'm just saying.
I won't come for you, but I will say that I feel like everybody should be allowed to practice their faith, however they feel to practice it.
Absolutely.
I mean, we had probably one of the biggest satanic. We had the biggest satanic convention here. So like religion was made for I feel like religion was made for people to be able to believe in something and find fellowship and camaraderie around people who believe the same things that you do. In this situation right here, it's just very somebody said it like I'm not picking a side of who I'm supporting. I'm picking the side of babies not being killed. That's where I'm at. Like, I don't really it doesn't necessarily affect us here in Boston in particular. There are a lot of people that have family there. We just saw that there's a lot of people who have family there. There's a lot of people that are stressed out because they are either Israeli or they're Palestinian or whatever, and they are having their own set of emotional confusion with what's going on. I honestly feel like as human beings, we cannot side with one or the other once you know the history of what's going on. The people that stole the land versus the people that originally owned the land versus the people that want the land back versus the people that don't want to let go of the land. There are innocent people that are being killed on both sides of a terrible historic controversy, and you have to condemn all of the violence, period. Like, I don't even think that we should necessarily be going into it. I like with the protest, like, don't pick a side or choose a side or whose side are you on. I don't think there should be a side. I think the side is humanitarian, period. Stop killing people. Like, why are we doing this? Why y'all doing it? Don't feel good to either one of y'all. Just stop it. Go back to your respective corners, and maybe we can email or something. Like, it seems easier to me than killing each other. It's weird. It's horrible. So, and that is our Around the Way news. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we're going to come right back with our national and world news. Keep it locked. Spark FM Online.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.
Moonbox Productions is thrilled to present the Tony Award-winning musical Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, by Stephen Sondheim and Hugh Wheeler. Directed and co-produced by Ryan Mardisich, with musical direction by Dan Ryan and choreography by Joy Clark. Sweeney Todd opens October 13th and runs through November 5th at the new Arrow Street's Arts Performance venue located at 2 Arrow Street in Cambridge. Emotionally intense and darkly comedic, Sweeney Todd is a must-see production. Tickets are $65 with pay what you wish options at www.arrowstarts.org.
Did you know that you can now get a standard Massachusetts driver's license regardless of your immigration status? To get help with your application, a list of all required documents, and nearby appointment scheduling, visit mass.gov/WFMA. Your license is your way forward, so why not get started today? Register now at mass.gov/WFMA or call 857-368-WFMA.
Boston, get ready to celebrate in style. It's a year of celebration, and V-Side Production proudly presents the 10th anniversary of Boston Caribbean Fashion.
Tell them I'm gone, I said tell them I'm gone, don't even bother calling me.
From October 18th to the 21st, immerse yourself in the world of beauty, culture, fashion, and style. Join us for the fabulous fashion events, including a Avant-Garde Design Show and the BCFW Honors Award Ceremony and the unforgettable Teen Fashion Night. Don't miss the grand finale as BCFW closes out the week with a sensational fashion show at Roxbury Community College Auditorium, featuring New England's top designers and a special musical performance by incredible Sophia Leslie. Boston Caribbean Fashion Week is the event of the year, October 18th to the 21st. Get your tickets today at bostoncfw.com and be a part of the amazing celebration of style. Boston Caribbean Fashion Week, where fashion meets culture. Be there.
Want to give your baby a head start? Get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, this can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work for you. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are on your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines. Stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public Health.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Come on. Spark FM.
Chick a man be ballin', these chicks pigeon toed, some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh, it's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
I know this song too. What's this song?
Oh, you know that? What you know about this? You know about real music. Let's get down.
Come
on and get
down. What you know about that?
Come on.
Get down. I like that kind of thing, boy. I tell you.
What you use? Not just rapping to the beat.
I said hip hop. It is time for our national and world news so we can let you know what's going on a little bit further out than the local news. What happens now that student loan repayments have started back?
What?
So that was another big thing.
Who was that?
Student loan repayments.
So, yes.
That was another big thing. So Joe Biden has pledged $100 million to help the people of Palestine. of the Gaza. I like that name, Gaza. I want to keep saying it. Versus the 10 billion they have given to the people of Israel. In the comment section, when they announced that, people were like, "But what about school loans? What about the
All the
loans,
time.
Joe?
All the time.
What about the loans? Focus on the loans, Joe." So what happens now as you pull up the video? I will let them know about what happens now that student loan repayments are back. Just crazy. I don't like it. I don't like go or for it.
In tonight's Question Everything, we're asking, since student loan payments have resumed, what happens now? WBZ's Chris Tanaka takes a look.
Our beloved Bay State, home to thousands of college students and grads, well-educated, compensated, and indebted.
I believe I owe like 13 grand. I think $27,000.
It was over 250,000.
I don't even know because it's a very scary number.
According to the Education Data Initiative, Massachusetts borrowers owe almost $31 billion in student loan debt, with an average of $34,000 per borrower. After the Supreme Court struck down the Biden administration's loan forgiveness program, those bills are now coming due every single month.
It's around the 300, so I'm not looking forward to it.
500.
I haven't really looked at it, to be honest.
You afraid to look at it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. All jokes aside, the resumption of payments means money that's gone into people's pockets and the economy is now going into those payments. The shuffling of personal finances, it's going to force some hard choices.
It's going to keep me from being able to get a house in the timeline that I think my parents were able to do it, for sure. It was a long process and, to be honest with you, a frustrating one.
You heard those individual stories and you know there's going to be some personal anguish there. We were wondering, could there be a macro effect on this? Death by 1,000 paper cuts to the U.S. economy. But we're on the campus of Boston College to speak to an expert to find out.
I do foresee there will be some impact in terms of spending in the fourth quarter.
Brian Bethune is an economics professor and expert at BC. He's optimistic the payments will not do serious damage to the economy.
The economy's picking up some momentum, so if you're going to do this change, in other words, if there's going to be this potential drag, now is not a bad time to do it. There's no ideal time.
That may be of little consolation to many, but there is help available.
If you're finding that your payments are unaffordable, we would strongly encourage you to consider an income-driven repayment plan.
Arwen Thoman is the Massachusetts Student Loan Ombudsman. She notes these programs base payments on income and family size and offer the possibility of loan forgiveness after a certain amount of time. Additionally, the state is hosting a series of free webinars.
We have 3 of them. One is about accessing debt relief for public service workers. That's for government and nonprofit workers. We have one that's specifically about accessing debt relief for teachers.
We've put the registration information on WBZ.com. So remember, help is just a click away. Take a deep breath, get informed, and grab that laptop.
You're going to have to look at that email.
Yeah.
How many of you guys out there still have student loans that you have to repay? And
I just got a call while we was on the air.
Really?
Yes, I did.
What'd they say?
I didn't answer.
They said, "Hey, come and pay these village. It's time. It is time for you to pay your fare." I feel like student loans are stupid. I just feel like they're so stupid. I feel like you should not have to pay your life away for a piece of paper that most people don't even ask for. Speaking of that, we will have someone that is going to come in here in the next couple of weeks to talk to us about Massachusetts now offering free tuition to grown people who want to go back to school. Mass free tuition.
Well, before you do that, let me just tell them 22 countries that offer free college.
Tell me.
Argentina,
oh,
Austria, Brazil, Czech Republic, Denmark, Egypt, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Iceland, Kenya, Luxembourg, Malaysia, Norway, Panama.
I could go live in Panama.
Poland, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, Turkey, and Uruguay.
So I could go all of these and get free. But you know what's so crazy is that the people that live there probably go and get their nice little free tuition and then come to America and they be like, yes, you can be a technical assistant and you can drive this patient from here to there. That's crazy. Hey, yes, you did get your doctorate. Here, you're a nurse's aide. Oh, okay. All right.
What country do you think would probably be a good paying?
Argentina would be fun, and Panama.
Where's Argentina?
Argentina's right over there. Yeah, Central America.
South America.
Over there in Spanish America.
Okay.
They in college, a lot of my friends went to Argentina for either 6 months or a year to learn Spanish, and they came back very fluent. So that was really dope. But yeah, I think I would go to Panama. Panama got a nice, sexy black men and women.
That's one you probably can't use nowhere.
That Panama?
That's probably
Panama, all the best doctors come from Panama.
That's probably a degree.
So if you guys are interested in signing up for free college tuition, you can get it for, let's see.
Panama has free college tuition for citizens and non-citizens.
Oh, damn.
That means international students can attend one of Panama's public universities like the University de Panama for free. Really? Panama also features private universities and partnerships with the U.S. universities, but these institutions charge tuition.
No, I would just do mine. I'm just going to go straight to Panama. So these are the 6 colleges that are eligible for the free tuition if you are interested in that. Benjamin Franklin Cummings Institute of Technology, Bunker Hill Community College, Massasoit Community College, Mass Bay Community College, Roxbury Community College, and Urban College of Boston. The tuition-free community college plan pays for up to 3 years of tuition and fees for Boston residents, regardless of their age, income, or immigration status, who are pursuing an associate degree or short-term certificate program at a partner college. What are the costs covered? All tuition and mandatory fees remaining after any other applicable financial aid has been applied. $250 each semester for up to 3 years of college-related expenses such as books or transportation, and debt up to $2,500 for students with an outstanding balance at a partner college that is preventing a student from re-enrolling at the college. So if you've tried to re-enroll at one of these colleges before and you have not been able to pay off your remaining balance, they will most likely cover it. You can apply. Students simply need to apply to the desired program, and partner colleges will apply the funds as a part of their financial aid process. You don't need to be a U.S. citizen to apply. All Boston residents are eligible, regardless of immigration status. And any associate program is covered, or short-term certificate program available at a TFCC partner. So yeah, you guys can do all of that kind of good stuff. And then you can make sure you fill out your financial aid, make sure you complete it for your degree program. And if you want more information, it is really as simple as Googling Massachusetts free tuition. It will pop up right there for you. So make sure that you guys go on ahead and take a look at that. That had nothing to do with our national stories, but I felt that it was important to tell you guys about it because we want y'all to go and get your education. Cruise ship explosion on Maine burns employees and prompts passengers to evacuate the cruise ship. A cruise ship employee was burned in a generator fire that broke out following an explosion on board early Wednesday morning, officials said. The ship, the American Queen Voyages Ocean Navigator, was docked at a pier in Portland, Maine when the incident happened, leaving the crew member with serious injuries and launching an investigation into the cause. Firefighters with the Portland Fire Department responded before 7:30 a.m. on Wednesday to report of the smoke in the engine room of an Ocean Navigator. Is this my drink that you stole?
Huh?
That's my drink.
Oh, I stole your drink?
Yes.
My bad.
So rude. I'm sorry, people, to interrupt your story. It is a very nice, refreshing drink. Firefighters with the Portland Fire Department responded Fire officials also received word before arriving on the scene that one member of the Navigator crew had been burned. They treated the crew member who had been burned before arranging transport to a nearby hospital. Everybody is safe at this point, and they don't know why that thing blew up.
That's crazy.
That's terrible. United Airlines plans to board passengers with window seats.
What's that?
In economy class first. I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Passengers with windows.
So, United Airlines says that it will start boarding passengers with window seats in economy class first starting next week, a move expected to speed up boarding times for flights. The airline said in an internal memo that it will implement the plan on October 26, known as WILMA, which is meant to stand for window, middle, and aisle. The plan was tested at 4 domestic locations and 1 hub. United said that it's shown to save up to 2 minutes of boarding time. That's nice. The change will begin with passengers in boarding group 4. Those with window seats will board first, followed by those with middle seats, and then those with aisle seats. United said the multiple customers on the same economy reservation, such as families, will be allowed to board their flight together. The plan will be implemented on domestic flights and some international flights. Individuals in first class and business class will see no change in their boarding process. There's also no change for the pre-boarding group that includes travelers with disabilities, unaccompanied minors, active duty military, and families traveling with children that are 2 years old or younger. Oh, okay. Well, good for them. I think it logically makes sense. Because if I'm in the window, I don't want to be situated in my seat and your window happy ass, late ass come all late. And now I got to get up. Me and the middle aisle person both got to get up out of our seats, move in so your ass can sit at the window.
None of it don't really make sense anyway. Because if you think about it, when they do all them things, you go and you still got to stand up and wait on the thing anyway.
And then even when they say, group 4, which is supposed to be the back passengers, y'all go, no, they don't even do group 4 first. They start from 1. They start from middle class, and then they do zone 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the people that's in the back of the bus is literally the people. Yeah, like I don't got the time. I don't got it. I ain't got it.
I was blessed that when we were coming back from Miami, that when we were going to Miami, that it was me, there was a black person and another black person. And then I was happy that coming back from Miami, my mother ended up, we didn't buy our tickets together, by the way, but she ended up sitting next to me.
Oh.
And then I knew the person on the third row next to me, but I no longer buy tickets. I used to be the person that buy tickets for the window just to look out. I don't know.
Just let them pick your own seat.
When we land, my anxiety level goes crazy.
So you want to be in the aisle?
I have to be in the aisle now.
Really?
As soon as that plane lands, I'm one of them people.
Are you one of those people that be standing up waiting in the line? No.
Get me out of this plane.
I'm literally the person that want to sit there until everybody get out the plane because I don't want no hassle. Or let me get up. Wait when all the front people go, and now it's finally my turn. Everybody's looking at me like, "You gonna go? Fine, I'll go now." But I don't want the rush. I'm not standing up. I want everybody to sit the shit down
because it's too much.
What?
People be slow. And don't end up being sitting in the back of the plane. You gotta wait for the whole plane. My anxiety level, bro.
No, because of my anxiety level, I will just sit my ass down and I'll wait. Y'all, especially if I don't have like a connecting flight or if I don't have to pick up luggage or anything. If I don't have to pick up luggage, then I really just don't care about anything. But I'm going to sit there because what I don't want to do is be standing up in the aisle waiting for some slow people to move. And then I'd be like, oh my God, move. Dee says, damn Triz, fat sauce. I'd rather wait till everyone is off. Yeah. I hate walking through people. The only thing that I will fight for a little bit is to get close up and be one of the closest people to when the bags go down the chute. Because I want to get my bag fast. And then I don't want people to crowd me. And then I gotta be like, excuse me, can I get my bag? And they won't move. My bag. I want it to go around twice. I want to get it the first time.
Now that one, the bag is a bag.
You'll get off the plane quick, but you'll sit there and chill while your bag
because the plane is so small. I'm already smelling all these people and get frowsy and stuff. I think about the air. I feel like playing on the. I feel like we all breathing the same air on the plane.
Mm-hmm. I had to struggle. I had to figure out where I wanted to be seated too. If I'm with family, I don't mind the middle. If I'm by myself, I would prefer the window so I can go to sleep. And if it's just like I think I would prefer the aisle too. I can get up and go to the bathroom when I want to.
Right.
I can see down the aisle. I can be nosy. I can be the first one to videotape things if something goes down. Pastor Troy says, I don't like people, so I wait for the riffraff to disembark the plane. Jeez. That is funny.
And I don't mind the emergency row.
The emergency rows is lit.
You, if in case of emergency, is y'all good to assist and stuff? Sure.
Do you get nervous in sitting in the emergency seat? Because I'd be like, what if something happened? I really gotta save all these people. I really gotta be the hero. I gotta be the hero.
All I know is that the emergency door, I think it got something connected. It's like maybe a what do you call it, parachute, or maybe
a slide.
Whatever that is, I'm gonna be the first person with it.
you open the door and jump out first. Leave everybody. Y'all good riddance. Good luck to all. By the aisle, they be knocking your leg off with that car. That's another thing that I hated about the aisle, even though I prefer the aisle because I feel more freedom. I don't want, when I'm sleeping in my head, go over a little bit. I don't want nobody walking by and bumping my head or bumping my knee or my foot. Things like that. More things that you guys have to deal with. Hitting snooze in the morning could be beneficial, news studies say, and this is a terrible thing to tell anybody here.
This is
terrible. This is a very, very terrible story. Let's go to the clip. She's got to stop putting videos in here because it's crazy. I can't get no little readation prior to.
The expression "you snooze, you lose" may not be true when it comes to trying to grab those few extra minutes of sleeping in the morning.
I like to snooze. Do you snooze?
I snooze. That's why I told you to text me when you get close.
I'm snoozing. It appears those who snooze, in fact, do not lose. According to new Swedish study that looked at adults who use intermittent alarms to get in a few more minutes to sleep in the morning, the data shows that some participants who were able to snooze for 30 minutes or more had improved cognitive tests compared to those who woke up abruptly. Oh, good. While snoozing may have some benefits for the snoozer, it's likely an annoying habit for any non-snoozing partner. So I have how many? Let me see how many alarms do I have.
I don't have any alarms. I have a biological alarm.
Either by hitting the snooze button or using intermittent alarms to get a little more shut-eye in the morning is very common, especially among younger people and night owls. Now, most people say they do it because they're too tired to get up, but others say it feels good and allows them to wake up more gently. The second study monitored 31 habitual snoozers in a sleep lab and found that for some of the participants, 30 minutes of snoozing actually improved their performance on cognitive tests immediately upon rising compared to waking up abruptly. Though, of course, like I said, snoozing may have some benefits for the snoozer, but may not be so enjoyable for the non-snoozing partner.
Have you ever wondered why snoozing, usually, especially on an alarm clock, is always 9 minutes?
I have.
9 minutes.
Always
yes.
9 minutes.
It's 9 minutes.
9 minutes.
I'm sure they're studying that too.
All right. Never.
What's the purpose? I've noticed that too.
Oh, I thought snoozing was 5 minutes.
No, snoozing is why is snoozing 9 minutes? It's one of the best questions up here. Alarm clocks did not exist before the snooze function, so there was already a standard gear setup that innovators had to work with. Getting the gear teeth to line up to allow for exactly 10 minutes wasn't possible, so they had to choose between setting it at 9 minutes and a few seconds or a little bit over 10 minutes. Oh, really?
So they never thought about 5 minutes?
That's what I'm saying. No, 5 minutes is not enough to snooze. No, because you need that 9 minutes. That 9 minutes be perfect. You know how much good sleep you can get in 9 minutes? Man, I'll wake up. I have 3 alarms: 7, 7:15, 7:30. And then I have a consequent, I have CK takes his meds, whatever. CK got to get on the bus. I have a whole bunch of different alarms.
What time did you have to get up when you went to Belmont?
About 5:30 a.m. in the morning because I needed to be on the bus by 6:15-ish.
I would have to wake up at 5 o'clock, be out the house by 5:45 to make it in Mattapan Square for 6:15 to be on the bus for 6:30.
Then you had an alarm.
For like maybe the first year. After that, I'm the type of person, my body gets used to it. I get programmed.
Me too. So I usually wake up every morning between like 6:12 and 6:17. But let me have something to do that I need to wake up for at 6:15, 6:12 or whatever. It will never happen. I'll sleep clear until 9. And I don't ever sleep until 9. As soon as you got something to do, that's when your internal clock feel like, oh, let me give you a few more hours of sleep. No. Wake me up on the time. Sounds like they recommending that we get a good night rest again and again. My milk's good. No. Milk's bad. No confused. What is he talking about?
What?
Uncle Grandpa
calling. I don't know what you're talking
what?
about.
617-272-3387. Maybe he's
By the
having...
way, for the people that ask us what the number is right on the bottom screen. It's been there since we started the show. Call us on air, 617-272-3387.
So yeah, I believe that everybody should have a little snooze. Dee says that she doesn't have a alarm clock either. I don't want... Technically, I do because I wake up an hour before my alarm clock. So I will lay there and not move until the alarm. Like that's something constantly. I won't meditate. I won't do nothing. I would just lay there and think about life. And then when the alarm clock goes off, then it's like, boop, time to sleep for 9 minutes. 9-minute nap.
He said, I wish I could train my body to wake up. I'll sleep past any alarm. If I get anxious about missing the alarm, I'll stay up and not sleep.
That's true. AP, while we're sitting here talking to you, can you please make sure you slide in my DMs? The event is tonight for Sweeney Todd. And we'll take a quick minute, right? Let me see how many stories we got left. Oh, NYPD searching for suspect who pushed a woman into a moving subway train, and that's terrible. That's my biggest fear. This is why I don't stay anywhere near the yellow line on the MBTA.
We've reported on a couple of these stories.
A couple of them. And every time I hear it, it gives me confirmation that I don't need to be nowhere standing up where you can push me into the aisle. I'm going to sit my ass down on one of them benches. New York City police are searching for a suspect who allegedly pushed a woman off a Manhattan subway platform. On Wednesday, a 30-year-old woman was pushed into a moving east-southbound subway train at 53rd Street, 5th Avenue station platform around noon before heading either to or from her place of work, at an NYPD spokesperson tells People. The subway station was shut down after the incident, causing delays. The unidentified woman is in critical condition at Cornell Medical Center. As the train was pulling out of the station, she was pushed, causing her head to strike the moving train. The train departed the station and then she fell onto the roadbed, onto the tracks. Fortunately, there were eyewitnesses and good Samaritans that were at the platform that helped her get up back off the roadbed onto the platform. Police identified the suspect as Sabir Jones, 39. Kemper said Jones fled the scene of the crime on foot, leaving the station at the turnstiles by West 53rd Street and 5th Avenue. During the press conference, Kemper would not offer information about Jones's priors, but said he is known to us in the subway system. That's terrible. According to witnesses, the suspect was speaking to himself before he pushed the woman. The Bowery Residents Committee, which provides homeless outreach services on the subway, has seen Jones on multiple occasions as part of the committee's outreach practices, according to a person who received access to Jones' social service records. That's terrible. That is awful. And that, again, is one of my biggest fears because I honestly just don't understand. You know, I just don't want that to happen. Reading the news every day really kind of puts up your precautionary barriers to what's going on in this world. And going to the train station doesn't just seem like something that I want to do if I have to be close up to where the train is coming. People push people be hitting you, people be hitting you with poop and all kind of stuff. And I don't want it. A missing Bronx boy was teased for taking school bus. Jesus Christ. Jason Ramirez, a missing 15-year-old boy with autism, was teased by other students at Bronx High School for still taking a yellow school bus, according to his mother. Wait, they don't got New York is not riddled with school buses too? It's only here? I feel like everybody in school goes on a yellow school bus, but maybe that's me. Jason came home a few times saying the kids would pick on him because he was taking the yellow bus or call him sped
Their
like he's
kids
special
or
aid.
maybe
Here we
adults
go.
are taking advantage of his kind and trusting heart.
I got a call from the matron from the bus, and she said Jason wasn't on the bus.
Zoraida Ramirez tells us her 15-year-old son Jason was eager to make the transition from yellow school bus to city bus, like other students his age.
You know, Jason came home a few times saying that the kids would pick on him, you know, or because he was taking the bus, or call him sped.
What does that mean?
Like he's special ed.
On October 4th, Jason Ramirez, who has autism, didn't get on the yellow bus outside Gotham Collaborative High School on Lafayette Avenue. Instead, he made a left turn and got on the number 5 city bus. Police have been searching for him ever since.
I just can't believe he would this would actually happen. This is not like him at all. Like, we just want him to come back home.
Jason's mother said that police learned from surveillance footage that her son traveled 5 stops on the Bronx 5 bus, getting off here at Story Avenue and Noble Avenue near Classen Point Gardens. He got off the bus stop here 2 weeks ago. This Soundview resident didn't recognize Jason. Neither did this 17-year-old.
For me, personally, I feel like us kids, we just got to be more aware of our surroundings and be more of aware of what's going on in the world.
This man got a full blowout.
World, because that's how kids get snatched up.
Jason's mother said he is high functioning and verbal, but she wanted him to have travel training before he took a city bus on his own.
I told him I have my concerns. You know, Jason sometimes doesn't pay attention to the cars, you know, or might not pay attention to his surroundings because, you know, he's autistic. Another thing he wanted to have like more friends, but every time Jason would have friends, they were either like mean to him or they wasn't the type of friends that he should be having.
The mother said her son was also upset. She wouldn't let him spend $400 from a summer job program to buy expensive cologne. Now she's learned he had a secret social media account.
Jason, I love you. And I want you to come home. And if somebody has you, just say something. Find a way to communicate with somebody. We really miss you. And remember, you're not in trouble.
Jason's mother is hoping somebody in the Bronx or elsewhere will examine their conscience and reveal her son's
Where would
whereabouts.
a baby like
She
this
said
be? You know, like that's always my thing. He's autistic and he's 15. He's been gone for 2 weeks. Where could he be? Like, I hate to think about the negative, about, you know, like the worst that can happen. And I just be praying that they're just somewhere, just kind of, I don't understand. Like, that hurts my heart. These days in school, you really kind of have to be vigilant about what your kids say. Today I posted a status message about how I know, like, I find pride in studying people and figuring out how they're going to react to certain things. Because if you really pay attention to people, you can figure out literally what they're going to do, and you know what they're going to do. And a lot of times I think it's funny because I'm like I'm writing messages to my staff, and in that message I'll put certain things like, if you are not in state, you do not have to respond, because I know that my out of staters are going to respond with a question about what about the in out of staters. Like, little things like that, they are so predictable and so, like, everybody is on a pattern. If people take more time to focus on the people around you and really study them and know how they are, you can have a lot better relationships, or not. You'll just know how they are. In this situation, you just don't know, because it's like, if my son does everything the same way all the time and then he just goes missing and I don't know where he is and I have no idea how to find him, that literally throws you off, because you know how they're going to react to certain things all the time. It's just, I hate stories like this, because I wish that he would just go home. I want him to go home. And I think that kids are mean Kids are really, really mean. And in this day and age, you don't want to get involved with your kids and all the kind of stuff. You don't want to intrude. But at the same time, like, what do you do when,
It's unfortunate too that the people of the hood unfortunately have to deal with foolishness like that. You don't go to these white towns and stuff like that, and they ain't saying no foolishness like that. Just like how it was unpopular back in the day to be a nerd. It was unpopular to be smart. You know what I mean? If you're smart, you're doing good in school, people are talking you
nerd
down.
geek.
You're like, what? I can't be good in school. I'm supposed to be dumb like you.
Somebody said that. One of them little boys said that to my son. I buy him some new sneakers. He went to school with his new sneakers on. And he's gonna be like, oh, and CK said it where he was like, he said to me, what are these? And I was like, he said, what are those to you? Like, who is he? I'm on my way. Teacher, who said it to my boy? Like, those are some good sneakers. Y'all know I don't buy my child no craziness. But, like, kids are just mean and kids be doing stuff. And you got to pay attention. And you really, really, really got to, look at how they're reacting to this. Any, change in temper, any change in emotions, any, bad attitudes. You really kind of have to dig into what is the cause of those things because they'll tell you what you need to know.
Raise your children with pride.
Exactly. I'll be like, CK, go put on them sneakers and tell that boy that his sneakers is not cute either. Shit. Anyhow, people, we're going to take another quick commercial break and we'll be right back in a few moments. Keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Log on to sparkfmonline.com.
Finally Home is a must-read, step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time home buyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-Made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Boston, get ready to celebrate in style. It's a year of celebration, and V-Star Production proudly presents the 10th anniversary of Boston Caribbean Fashion.
Tell them I'm gone, I said tell them I'm gone, don't even bother calling me.
From October 18th to the 21st, immerse yourself in the world of beauty, culture, fashion, and style. Join us for the fabulous fashion events including a Four-God Design Show and the BCFW Honors Award Ceremony and the unforgettable Teen Fashion Night. Don't miss the grand finale as BCFW closes out the week with a sensational fashion show at Roxbury Community College Auditorium featuring New England's top designers and a special musical performance by incredible Sophia Leslie. Boston Caribbean Fashion Week is the event of the year, October 18th to the 21st. Get your tickets today at bostoncfw.com and be a part of the amazing celebration of style. Boston Caribbean Fashion Week, where fashion meets culture. Be there.
Want to give your baby a head start? Get the best protection against flu and COVID-19. Because their immune system isn't fully developed at birth, babies need additional protection. When you get vaccinated while pregnant, it can keep you and your baby from getting sick. As they get older, this can result in more time in school and daycare for them, and more productive time at work for you. Vaccines are safe and effective for children as they grow. No matter where you are on your pregnancy journey, flu and COVID vaccines can boost your and your baby's natural defenses and protect your family. Stay up to date with your vaccines, stay healthy. Talk with your trusted healthcare provider today. Brought to you by the Boston Public Health.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
The all-new Spark FM.
Them not like me, I mean not like them.
Spark FM.
Come on. Ha, sicker than your average.
Spark FM.
Young chicken man be ballin'. These chicks pigeon toed. Some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh. It's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
Bing, 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 bing. I don't know why I keep turning on all the other mics. I think I'm so used to it. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We are back. Trey Songz sued over alleged sexual assault at house player party. Again, Trey Songz?
At house party.
I feel like Trey Songz gets in trouble for sexual assault rather often. Trey Songz is being sued by 2 women who claim they passed out at his house party only to wake up with him forcing himself on them with consensual sex. According to a new lawsuit obtained by TMZ, the women are accusing Trey of sexual assault and battery for an alleged 2015 incident at his Los Angeles area estate. In the documents, the women say they first met Trey in June 2015 when they went to his concert and got invited to an after party he was hosting. They say subsequent interactions led them to be invited to his home in August for his birthday party. The woman claimed they took an Uber to Trey's home and were forced to give a password and turn over the phones to gain admittance. Inside, they say it was mostly women and only a handful of men, and the ladies were pressured to drink alcohol from unsealed bottles. In the suit, the women say they suddenly felt overwhelmingly intoxicated despite drinking what they felt was a modest amount and believed they were drugged. They claim they sat on the couch by the pool, and that's when Trey swooped in and led them to an upstairs bedroom where they passed out with their clothes on. The next morning, the woman say you're rude. The next morning, the woman say they woke up naked with a naked Trey forcing himself on them. One woman claims Trey was giving her unconsensual oral sex. She says she tried to resist, but he overpowered her. The woman claims she woke up to Trey biting her nipple and forcing his fingers inside her vagina.
Wow.
In the suit, the woman say Trey demanded they take a shower with him after the alleged sexual attacks, but they say they refused, and he became enraged, yelling at them, "You are little effing girls. Get the F out of my house," he said. The women say they grabbed their clothes and tried to leave, but Trey refused to turn over their phones. Eventually, they say a security guard intervened, gave them their phones from a safe, and they called an Uber. In their suit, the woman says that they suffered lasting injuries from the alleged incident and that they're going after Trey for damages. We reached out to Trey's camp. So far, no word back. There has been an update as of 7 p.m. last night. Trey Songz attorney Michael Friedman tells TMZ this is yet Another example of nearly decade-old allegations being repurposed to take advantage of California's constitutional questionable new look back window. We look forward to vindicating Trey on the merits in court yet again. He didn't say yet again. I added yet again.
That's again.
Because Trey Songz is not the first time that Trey Songz has been accused
quite a
of
long list.
sexual misconduct. Let's look at it.
But this is rape.
Trey
I think
Songz.
This is the first time you've been accused of rape?
No.
No?
Mm-mm. No. Trey Songz is facing a new lawsuit with 2 women. Let's see. All allegations against Trey Songz. Somebody took some time to write them. In December 2021, WNBA player Dylan Gonzalez tweeted, Trey Songz is a rapist. Lord forgive me. I couldn't hold that in another minute. See you in 2022. Trey Songz under the jail. It was too long. Okay, here we go. In 2012, Songz allegedly struck a woman in the face at a strip club, the first of many reported physical assaults. In 2017, Keke Palmer accused Songz of sexually intimidating her to appear in a music video, which Songz denied. In 2018, Andrea Buera alleged Songz choked her at his LA home in 2018. Also in 2018, LaHora Jeffries accused Songz of attempting to digitally penetrate her at a Miami nightclub.
What?
The allegations against Songz didn't gain much public traction until a white Instagram model accused him of refusing to let her and her friends leave his house. In 2021, a Las Vegas sexual assault investigation into Songz was opened in 2021 and dropped a year later. In 2022, Dylan Gonzalez revealed that she experienced unbearable PTSD from Songz allegedly raping her at his Las Vegas home. In 2016, an anonymous woman says Songz anally raped her in Las Vegas. In 2013, Megan Johnson alleged Songz sexually assaulted her at a party in Connecticut. An anonymous bowling alley worker in New York accused Songz of physically attacking her in a bathroom.
R. Kelly brainwashed him.
Golly.
R. Kelly brainwashed. I don't know.
Bro, that's a lot of...
It's
from
still going
2013 to 2023, for the last 10 years, Trey Songz has wreaked havoc of the woman that he has invited to places.
Why he ain't been in jail?
No, we keep on getting off. Cases keep getting dropped. I mean... This is all, I guess you have to say allegedly, because we would not be held accountable for any defamation. We just reading what the people wrote in their articles. That is very interesting to me. Trey Songz. He fly, but he ain't that fly. I need the groupies to know exactly who they're supporting, because it seems like you thought he wouldn't do that to me. Thank you, Janet. Like, at this point, I don't know if, regardless of whether it has been proven or not, I don't know if I would be the person who willfully goes to Trey Songz's room and, has some drinks. I might have to bring my own drink, or we might have to meet in the lobby of the hotel room, because I don't know if that is what,
it sounds like he got a... It sounds like he got a... Like, sounds pretty consistent.
Yeah.
They go to the party and the rape and... Sounds like
it seemed like the same thing every day.
I'm
gonna get it. Either he's punching somebody in the face or he's raping them, either anally, orally, digitally.
It sounded like they were drugged too.
He is very diverse in his rape thing. God, alleged. I don't know. Trey Songz just not somebody I'm gonna go next to. Like I'm gonna go to his concert maybe, but I don't know if I'm just gonna go hang out. I'm afraid. I'm nervous. Juicy Smollett enters rehab after extremely difficult years. Really. Him and Carly Russell. He look good though. Juicy is getting help through a rehab treatment facility, TMZ has confirmed. The rep tells us Jesse, has had an extremely difficult past few years. He has quietly been working very hard for some time now, and we are proud of him for taking these necessary steps. We're told Smollett is in an inpatient program. Smollett's rehab stint comes amid his ongoing appeal in a Chicago criminal case. As we reported, Jussie was found guilty of lying to cops about an alleged attack back in 2019, where he claimed two masked Trump supporters attacked him and put a noose around his neck. Jussie was sentenced to 150 days in jail for the incident, but was released from jail for his appeal. A short time after the sentence, he's been spotted working on film sets in California as the legal process plays out, including a project with Vivica A. Fox, where he seemed to be directing. JS has also been hanging out with the former Empire co-star Taraji P. Henson, spotted on a hike in LA, so he hasn't necessarily been trying to stay low, even hitting the BET Awards last year, catching a bit of flack from folks who were shocked to see him. I mean, the man lied. Ain't nobody died.
So
it's a year later.
He's directing a movie with Vivica Fox called The Lost Holiday. Wow. I thought this man wasn't, I don't know. All right.
He's very sane. He's like Carly Russell. They had a little mental break. They decided to fake a tragedy, get everybody involved, and then they found out that it just doesn't run that way and you could get in trouble. So, but then they give Carly a year? I thought they gave her a year. Why they give her a year and they didn't give? They could have gave her a month in jail, if anything, like a little month in,
they shouldn't have given
in a juvenile
They shouldn't
detention.
have given Carly a year. Still,
Yeah, maybe some probation for a year and
there's
some
a
community
whole bunch
service.
of white women that be yelling all that same shit that Carly Russell was doing, and they don't get Nathan.
Honey, say that. Say that
what y'all
because I don't know what they're talking about either, because that is very true. White women tears be getting going a lot further, and they don't be getting in trouble. And I don't like that. I don't like the double standard. That's what I don't like, and I won't stand for it.
She don't have no money.
Report: celebrity doctor famous for the Kardashians is jailed for fraud scheming former NBA players. What he scheming for? I don't know what people be out here scheming, but you know what? I understand a little scam or two these days. It's it's tough out here in the world, and if you could get a little easy money, if somebody got money to give you, and all you got to do is tell them that you need it, I get it. Don't scam me. Don't scam me the way LinkedIn just scammed me. But that was my problem because I didn't end my free trial on time. Nah, I got to pay $99, and I don't think I can get that back. Celebrity doctor famous for the Kardashians' appearance behind bars for NBA fraud scheme. Patrick Kazarian, the chiropractor famous for his appearance on the popular reality show Keep It Up with the Kardashians and his work with celebrities, is now jailed for fraud scheming involved former NBA players, TMZ reported on Wednesday. One episode of the Kardashians featured a trip to his office. And from there, he is, which prosecutors allege served as the center of his plan to defraud $1.3 million from an NBA health insurance plan from 2016 to 2019. The outlet reported the doctor created false invoices that players used to build the NBA's health care, despite the players never receiving those medical services, according to TMZ. As a medical provider, Patrick had a responsibility not to abuse his position of trust. And instead, the doctor used his role as a licensed chiropractor to generate dozens of fraudulent invoices for at least 22 former NBA players. He did this to enrich himself and his co-conspirators at the expense of the NBA players' health and welfare benefit program. That's terrible. It's horrible. Billboard on X. House flipper tied to DJ Envy charged with the Ponzi scheme. Oh, okay. He was actually formally charged. So let me see if I can find it. House flipper tied to DJ Envy charged with Ponzi-like real estate fraud scheme by the feds. Oh, he was actually arrested. Cesar Pena, a celebrity house flipper with close ties to New York City radio host DJ Envy, was arrested on Wednesday on federal charges that he perpetuated a multi-million-dollar Ponzi scheme to The charges come after months of social media accusations and civil litigation against Pena, who victims say stole their money with promises of big profits. DJ Envy has been caught up in the scheme because critics say he helped promote Pena, including through appearances on his national syndicated hip-hop radio show, The Breakfast Club's accusations he denies.
I do think that... Go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm done.
I do think that people are out to get Envy. Somebody's out to get Envy too.
Mhm.
They got a
Envy's been a lot.
campaign.
Envy also has had a rough few years of me smearing groomers, Ponzi schemes, a lot going on with Envy. And that's sad. The accusations against Pena first cropped up in May when an Instagram account accused him of defrauding numerous investors and accused Envy of playing a key role that led to a flood of civil lawsuits from dozens of victims who say Pena owed them thousands or millions of dollars. So, that's a long story if you guys want to read it. Caesar has been arrested as of now. So if you are one of those people that were frauded by him, might as well get in on that class action suit, get you a little coin.
Yeah, he did over $10 million.
That's a lot of money.
If y'all want to go do if you go on YouTube and you watch what this man was doing, golly.
How do you feel with them tying it into Envy? Fine. That's his boy. And,
So
you
I
always want to hook up your people.
I thought about it in our if that was us.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And if we have a guest on, we have to do our due diligence and make sure that the guest is coming on and they're not frauding our listeners and all this. So we have to do our. And I don't know. I think that Envy was scammed just like the rest of us. I think that the dude was a con man at the end of the day. Presented himself to be one person, and in reality, he really wasn't. And he was just basically taking a lot of hardworking people's money and running with it.
Yeah.
Now it's a little different with Envy because
Earn Your Leisure vouched for him too?
Yeah, like these platforms were taking them on, and not just putting them on a platform, but Envy was doing seminars with him in different states and this and that, and he's going on Instagram. So now, because you're vouching for him, people don't know this man, but because they
know you,
because they know you, a lot of people,
and will assume that you're not going to put us in harm's
exactly.
way.
They're assuming that they're not going to put them in harm's way, and they ended up getting suckered into it, and end up being followed. They end up becoming a victim.
I like what you said at first, and Janet just repeated it. Folks need to do their due diligence. And it's true for us too. Yeah.
My my little antennas, they be working.
When you saw him.
But when I meet people, a lot of the times it doesn't take me no more than 5 minutes to know that, to have a feeling like, yeah, I'm all set. And like I said, when I met this guy, I had that feeling immediately. His face looked like he just did a whole lot of illegal shit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't the best feeling I had. And y'all got to listen to your conscience. Your gut.
Let your conscience be your guide.
Let your conscience be your guide.
Because it's crazy folks out here all over the place, and they just gonna do whatever they want to do.
He was Pinocchio. That's what.
Missy Elliott donates $50,000 to Portsmouth Development and Housing Authority. She looks great. I'm starting to get used to her new look now.
Missy drinking the fountain of youth.
Yeah, she is. She's getting younger. She's looking a lot healthier.
Wow.
My only thing is, which is a crazy thought, I wonder if she's still as fun. Like when she was bigger, I just felt like she was jolly and happy and always doing fun things. I wonder if she's as I want to see Missy Elliott in concert. Is she still doing shows?
Oh hell yeah, Missy just did. She was the headliner at Usher's Lover and Friends.
How come like people like Missy and them don't be at like these awards, like these Grammys and things like that?
Grammy-winning rapper Missy Elliott stopped by a family center.
Say what you said.
How come? This is crazy too. Did you guys know that R. Kelly was having a baby? But keep going. Sorry. I don't even know what I was saying.
I don't know. That just threw me all
That
off.
threw
What
me
is
off
he
too.
just
So
talking about?
good for Missy, and I'm really happy about that. And I'm glad that she's still performing. I would like to see her in concert somewhere. But I was saying, oh, how come she don't perform at like BT Grammys and things like that? It's for new people.
Missy's like the Michael Jackson of rap.
Oh,
you gotta come with that bag.
But I feel like the Grammy got a bag for her.
The last time we saw her, she did what do you call it, the Super Bowl with Katy Perry.
Oh yeah, but like also like I would like to see Missy on like a little tour. It don't got to be a world tour, but like a little.
She was on tour this summer.
Really?
She was on tour this summer, but she was doing headlining. Like she was doing a headlining all like the major festivals. And stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. Ever since she lost that weight, Missy been out, man.
But in this story that I just came across on Blavity, Jocelyn Savage allegedly welcomes baby girl with R. Kelly after his lawyers shut down pregnancy rumors.
No, poor
R. Kelly,
Savage family. The Savage family, they've been the ones going through it all.
The Instagram account allegedly belonging to Jocelyn Savage, R. Kelly's 26-year-old fiance, has announced the birth of their baby girl. Savage shared a photo of the newborn on Instagram after the weekend, asserting that the imprisoned singer was the child's father despite Kelly's imprisonment starting in 2019.
Which one is that on?
2019 is 2023. When was this story? This story got to be a long time ago. Oh, sorry. This don't listen to me. This was last year, December, that this was written. I just saw it pop up. How come I don't feel like I heard about that? Did I hear about that?
He didn't have a baby.
He didn't have a baby? Did they do a test on it and see that it wasn't his baby and things, or is it his baby? This is very interesting.
He had a baby with
in
Josh?
December of 2022?
I don't remember this.
R. Kelly new baby.
R. Kelly and his fiance, Jocelyn Savage, have reportedly welcomed their first child together, a baby girl named Ava Lee Kelly.
And that was in 2022.
Conceived through IVF. What's IVF?
That's in vitro.
What's that?
This was 2022. The math still does not mathing. They announced the pregnancy in 2019. He's been in jail since 2019. How they had a baby in December of 2022? Oh, via in vitro. Where she get his sperm from? Somebody talk to me. Somebody help me. Help me figure this out, because I feel like I know math well. This math is not doing the math. This is very his lawyers issued a statement. Jocelyn, I don't think that's his baby. Jocelyn, I don't think that's his. Jocelyn, we just might need to reconvene this and think about this again. She's got a different baby daddy that she just doesn't know about, and that's terrible. And Lil Wayne demands ex-assistant submit medical exam. Remember, Lil Wayne got into some trouble the other day because he said that his assistant was suing him because she said that he fired her while she was on medical leave.
The cook.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now he wants her to submit medical submit to a medical exam after employee sues rapper over alleged assault on private jet. Oh, this is a completely different thing. Lil Wayne's ex-assistant will have to undergo an independent medical examination where a doctor will evaluate his alleged injuries months after he sued the rapper for allegedly punching him in the jaw. According to court documents obtained by Radar, the Lollipop rapper demanded Andrew Williams submit to the exam after he claimed to have suffered emotional distress and injuries to his well-being after an incident on a private jet. Williams agreed to the request. He will undergo a clinician interview where a doctor selected by Wayne will grill him about his injuries and medical history, including questions about prior psychiatric history or substance abuse issues. As we were previously reported last year, Williams sued Lil Wayne for alleged assault, battery, and intentional infliction on emotional distress. The other defendants to the lawsuit were Young Money Entertainment and Signature Flight Support. He should just settle that. Give that man a cool little $5,000 selling bottles away. If it was Lil Wayne, though, I'm going for a cool $100,000. That's it.
That ain't nothing.
Yeah, 100,000 ain't nothing to Lil Wayne. You got that. I'll take that. I'll settle. I'll go for 100,000. They'll probably land me around 65. I'll take that. I'm sorry. It hurt, but I'm not that hurt. And then last but not
story here.
Yes, Blue Hill Ave storefront is pitched as event space. Okay. 1102 Blue. A Blue Hill Avenue property owner will host a meeting on Thursday evening to pitch one of his 2 storefront spaces for reuse as a community gathering hall and meeting space, a need that has been pegged as significant for Blue Hill Avenue in recent years. This is some local news if you're just cutting on to us. Cleon Byron has made significant renovations to the 4,000 square foot space at 1102 Blue Hill Avenue, where he has been working to open a public event space next door at 1102A. He has been trying to open a cannabis dispensary, but the proposal has been delayed as state regulators review his plan. You have to pivot sometimes, and we've pivoted. Basically, with the dispensary, we have to start all over again, he said. Right now, because we have this other space next to 1102, we've been using it as a community space. We need to get it official as a function hall and community space with the city. We've had kids events and art classes and birthday parties for kids that have lost their parents and a lot of other things as well. The site also hosted a workshop for local DJs to train others in the entertainment business and is now to start their own DJ business. How to start their own DJ business. They've also had other job skill workshops and is made legal. If it was made legal, they would be able to accommodate others that already have requested the space, which has a projector, a stage, and can accommodate other meetings or events. Byron notes that the Blue Hill Avenue corridor has been targeted by city leaders and entertainment professionals as a place in the city with little to no event space. Since the loss of the Caribbean Culture Center 3Cs, very few new spaces have emerged to accommodate community events, resulting in people hosting events in their homes or out of town. The meeting will be online today at 6 p.m. And we would like you to join the meeting.
The link's not working.
The link is not working, but we will post that later for you guys to be able to join the meeting at 6 o'clock today. With that said, I think we are finished for today. Make sure you guys are paying attention to all of the town meetings that are going on and that you guys are joining them and making sure your voice is heard, especially when it comes to Blue Hill Ave, Mass Ave, and all the other things. With that said, people, we are out of here.
See y'all out later tonight. Sweeney Todd,
AP Black, hit me up for your tickets. We'll see you guys later. Actually, if you would like to go to Sweeney Todd, call us up right now, 617-272-3387. Again, 617-272-3387. And let us know that you want to go. And we'll give you those tickets to join us tonight at Sweeney Todd, brought to you by Moonbox Productions. With that said, Tristan and I are officially out of here, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Turn it on.
Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.
Moonbox Productions is thrilled to present the Tony Award-winning musical Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, by Stephen Sondheim and Hugh Wheeler. Directed and co-produced by Ryan Martisich, with musical direction by Dan Ryan and choreography by Joy Clark. Sweeney Todd opens October 13th and runs through November 5th at the new Arrow Street's Arts Performance venue located at 2 Arrow Street in Cambridge. Emotionally intense and darkly comedic, Sweeney Todd is a must-see production. Tickets are $65 with pay what you wish options at www.arrowstarts.org.
Cannafan's high-profile Bodega Cannabis shop is now serving Boston in 3 locations. Be sure to stop by Dorchester, Rosendale, and Roxbury for the best prices on OZs and J's. Not to mention edibles, carts, concentrates, and more. Download the high-profile app on the App Store or Google Play to keep up to date on Boston's best bundles. Experience the best prices and see how we roll at High Profile Bodega. Visit highprofilecannabis.com for additional details.